Let me tell you a story about when I got locked into a European bathroom and I had a team building exercise with an alpaca. So before the World Cup, we had a 2-week pre-camp in Tottenham where we got to do a little team bonding experience where the trip was an alpaca farm, and I've never seen an alpaca before, nor did I know what in the world we were about to do with these alpacas. Before the little journey started, me and one of my teammates, Morgan Bryan, we had to use the restroom. Obviously we're in Europe, so the lock system's like a little bit different. And so when Morgan and I went in there, we locked it, but we didn't know for sure that we locked it. And as we were getting out, we didn't push the little gold knob up, and we kept pushing it down. That's just how we thought it would work. And at that point we were just like, oh my God, we are locked in here and no one can hear us. It was in this basement of this little lodge area there. And it felt like we were in there for a good 20 minutes. And as soon as we walked out, none of our teammates knew Morgan and I were gone. So that was the funniest thing. They were just like, who are we waiting for? We finally figured out the lock, and it was just our doing why we were locked in there. So we finally get out, everyone's out there waiting for us, and they all have their alpaca with the leash or whatever you want to call it. And the people that ran the farm were out there with this one, and they go, okay, well, there's one left for you two. And basically they had said, we weren't going to let this guy out today, but he's been on his best behavior in the past few hours. His name is Alfie. So here you go. Immediately, Morgan and I were like, oh my gosh, what are we in for right now? Out of all the alpacas, ours was the most wild. It was jumping everywhere, jumping off of other alpacas, had to be first in line, had to just get away from Morgan and I. And we obviously could not control him whatsoever. And it's in the middle of the day when I normally have my quest bar, and that's all I could think about. And I have Alfie over here just absolutely irritating me. Then it just became this battle between Morgan and I, who was he going to be worse to? And we kept just giving it to each other because we were just I can't handle Alfie. His name just made him even more perfect as Alfie. The moral of the story is this is why I am a soccer player and not an alpaca handler.